17 years since it first started, and 5 years after that cliffhanger, Gavin and Stacey, the finale, has finally aired, and quite simply, it was perfect. I'm Harry, this is the Review Lab. Let's get into it. The following review will contain spoilers. Developed, written and produced by Ruth Jones and James Corden, Gavin and Stacey started way back in 2007 and tells the story of title characters Gavin and Stacey, one of whom lives in Essex, the other Wales. Soon after they meet and fall in love, they get engaged, and the show then revolves around them, their best friends Nessa and Smithy, played by Jones and Corden respectively, and their subsequent families. The show spanned 3 seasons, 2 Christmas specials and 1 feature-length finale, and is the UK's biggest comedy of all time. At the time of the recording, this finale has become the UK's highest rated scripted show, with 19.3 million viewers having watched it, and it's still going up. Now, picking up 5 years after Nessa got down on one knee and proposed to Smithy, the special wastes no time in throwing us back into these characters' lives. We find out that Smithy is due to be married to Sonia from the last special, Nessa is soon to leave Barry and to start anew, and their son Neil is going to do an apprenticeship with his dad. We also see Gavin and Stacey spicing up their love life, Gwen has a secret that Bryn's determined to find out, and Pam and Mick are as wonderful as ever. Something this special does very well from the get-go is none of the plot details were ever leaked. Going into this special, all that people had was a brief synopsis and a very short trailer. The fact that they kept details such as Sonia being engaged to Smithy under wraps is absolutely outstanding, especially in today's day and age of social media and filming always being seen by members of the public. The story itself takes place over 4 days and slowly builds up to Smithy's wedding. Now, it also primarily revolves around this will they won't they relationship that Nessa and Smithy have had since the shows began. The finale is truly spectacular. It pulls on your heartstrings and is really emotional. At the heart of the show is love, and this finale reminds us why we fell in love with these characters all those years ago. You can see the care Ruth and James have for these characters, each of them getting their own little storyline that weaves together with the overall plot. This includes scenes that references the series past, but it's the characters' relatability that really make them stand out and always have. They feel real. At no point do these characters feel super fictional beyond our own belief. Their use of conversations and mannerisms and antics throughout the show, and especially this finale, make them truly relatable and real, and it makes you root for them all the more. Whether it's talking about oven gloves, or ordering an Indian in the previous seasons, or drunk dancing to Mamma Mia in this finale, you cannot help but love them as real people. Now, the finale of course builds up to Nessa and Smithy realising they're meant to be together and getting their happy ending, but it's the process that it takes that makes this stand out. Corden and Jones keep the viewers on the edge of their seats right up until the final few minutes. Of course, title characters Gavin and Stacey have a huge part to play too, with Stacey both supporting Nessa and trying to get through to Gavin, getting him to speak to Smithy, which ultimately results in a really wonderful moment where we see Smithy finally stand up for himself and who he is. And then of course we see Smithy and Nessa get their happy ending, as well as Gavin and Stacey being surrounded by all of their families in a beautiful final moment. What Gavin and Stacey does best is tell a story about love and how everyone is worthy of it. It may take time, and as Smithy himself says, it may be messy, but in the end it's worth it. The finale does everything Gavin and Stacey does best. It provides us with laughs, tears, and has a lot of heart. It's a perfect finale to a show that should never be touched again for all the right reasons, and it will go down as one of the strongest finales to one of the strongest comedies of all time. Our score for Gavin and Stacey in the finale is 5 out of 5. Did you watch this final episode? What did you think? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.